We can go in the SEC and out, which, I mean, really, there's only a couple of notable. Let's see. How do you feel about the Tennessee-Georgia game? We'll start with that because it's fresh on my mind.
Well, before we go there, I remembered something from last week just real quick. Arizona State upset Cal, so there's no unbeaten teams left in the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah. So, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Friday night game. So
that's right.
But now back onto the current week and the conferences that, matter.
There's only 5 games playing. LSU plays Utah State. I don't think they're going to have a problem there. They're favorited 26 points. Missouri and Troy. Troy's kind of the upset king sometimes. They got the prizeful native Caleb Barker playing. Yeah. So we actually played with him, but he's actually having a good year, but I don't see Troy winning. I mean, if they do, I won't be totally surprised, but
yeah,
because I mean they beat LSU a couple years back.
Yeah, and Caleb's numbers before he got injured last year, they were up there with Tua and
he was the third best QBR underneath Kyler and Tua.
Yeah, Kyler and Tua. So and he's had a good year this year too. It's just SEC team. Mizzou's got a fairly good defense. Yeah,
considering. But yeah, I don't think. But do you think Vanderbilt has a chance against Ole Miss? They got their first win last week.
Yeah,
or this past week.
I do. I mean, Ole Miss.
I'm gonna go with Ole Miss though. They're actually the team picked to win.
Yeah.
But they found some things with their quarterback rushing wise. I mean, okay, in the Alabama game, I'm not going to say Ole Miss was going to win, but Ole Miss pretty much matched their points other than in the second quarter, and that's where they got blown out because it was a 31-point deficit from Alabama, and then Ole Miss didn't score any that one quarter. But Ole Miss actually got up on Alabama the beginning of the game. There, it was like 10-0 or something like that.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, there's only been 2 quarterbacks that's ran for over 100 yards against a Nick Saban coached Alabama, and it happened Saturday, and I think the other one was Kyler Murray. I could be wrong.
Or Johnny.
I don't think it was Johnny. I think Deshaun Watson got 99.
Man, right there.
Yeah. And I know Dobbs got somewhere in the 80s.
Couldn't have been on Nick Marshall.
Nick Marshall had like 98, I believe.
I know, for some reason, Nick Marshall played the game of his life when he played Alabama. Which, look, give dudes props. I mean, he was one of the best quarterbacks come through Auburn, Surprisingly, you wouldn't think it, but he actually had some good stats. But
say the same about Josh Dobbs. But, that's a story for another time. Let's move it on.
We won't talk traditions in here. We'll have to get in here and just, But anyways, let's see. We got, and then Georgia, Tennessee. I don't know if we actually got onto that one. You got any comments? A lot of concerns?
I want to see the backup quarterback.
How will Our Lady Vols do?
I was hoping
that's one thing we forgot to throw in the news.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just give it a little quick brief.
I think it was like Tuesday morning, might have been Monday morning. Clay Travis, he's a big name guy for a reporter for Outkick the coverage, but he's a Tennessee fan too, and he tweeted out a photo where they had the matchup for this week, and they had the Lady Vols logo instead of the big orange T. It was the white T with the little orange outline with the Lady Vols. And that's a little disrespectful.
When you showed me that, I thought you were lying, man. I thought it was I thought it was a joke because there's been so many memes going around it, but no, it was real.
I mean, I'm just wondering what whoever done it thought that Tennessee football accomplished to be put in that category. I mean, the Lady Vols basketball team is probably the best thing about the college. Yeah. If you're going to sit here and disrespect the lady volunteers like that, tying them to this garbage, I mean, come on. You got to do a little better.
It's true. Man, that is crazy.
But you want to talk all the bad about Tennessee. Let's talk about a little good here. The kid that drew his own shirt for Tennessee, it blew up. You know, he got bullied for it. It blew up.
Just to give a little better explanation of it.
You know more.
Well, no, I mean, you might know just as much as me, but
probably not. I read a little bit.
The kid, you know, they have college days for school where you wear your favorite college team or whatever. Kid didn't have a college team shirt, so he drew on a piece of paper UT, and I think it says university like beside it in small letters, but it's got two big bold UT. But anyways, and he taped it to his shirt like a piece of paper with. I guess he may have done it there. Well, I mean, you know how kids can be cruel, and they were making fun of him, stuff like that. Well, someone sent it in, and it got it was live stream.
Yeah, it was painted on the rock too.
That
was pretty cool.
But the band had the shirt. They made shirts. They made shirts of that, piece of paper, and the shirts actually look kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, but anyways.
And if I'm not mistaken, the proceeds went towards against stopping bullying.
Oh, they also gave the kid a scholarship.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's not too bad either.
Yeah, so that kid's set.
I hope he grows up to be the next Peyton Manning.
That's how legends are made. Yeah. He went in the backyard and started practicing that day. He's like, guys, we can do this. That might be the next time you win those national championship.
You got a long ways to go.
Just joking. But anyways, so that the only game we have left is the Auburn-Florida game, and that's kind of the marquee matchup for, really all of college football because it's college game day is going to be there. What's your thoughts on that? We'll predict the score on that one if you want to do that.
I don't see Auburn losing that game. If I'm being completely honest with you, I still don't see nothing Florida does good.
See, my thing is Florida is ranked one of the better best defenses. They're second in points per game, stuff like that. But look how they played. And not knocking on Florida fans because this is an SEC podcast, but they played Miami and they played Tennessee, and those are their best teams they played so far, in my opinion. And they're not good teams.
No,
not cracking on Tennessee, trying to, but and then the other teams are UT Martin and Townsend, but those are FCS schools, so.
And let's be honest. If Tennessee had a quarterback,
they played Kentucky too. I'm sorry, they came back against Kentucky.
Yeah.
And their starting quarterback got put out, and then they actually started doing better.
Yeah, which isn't no surprise. It's Felipe Franks. So.
Yeah.
But they gave Tennessee every opportunity in the world with.
I know, man. I was so disappointed in Juwan Jennings that game.
It's really Garantano because Juwan Jennings made one mistake.
He made a couple.
One major mistake.
Let's be honest. He did a fair catch. He blowed through that guy, and then he dropped a ball that got thrown right into his hands in the end zone.
Yeah, but
Garantano needs to. Y'all need to get a quarterback in there. Let's just. The dude behind him wasn't no better because they had to. They put the second stringer in, had to take him back out because he sucked too, or he got hurt or something like that. And then, how do you feel if you're Gary Garantano, though? They're like, man, we got to have you come back in. I know you just sucked it up, but, we ain't got no one else come in here.
He should already been feeling pretty crappy because that's how he played.
If there's one or two takeaways or, what you think each team should do, Florida and Auburn, what would it be?
Auburn, I would say they need to take the crowd out of it early because I think that's Florida's only strong point
being in the swamp. They've got a lot of hype gun over there for sure right now.
Yeah, and it's Florida's relevant again, which is enough for fans to just go crazy. And they got to get Bo Nix rolling.
Yeah.
Because the running game's always going to be there. The defense is what it is. It's going to do its job. But Bo Nix is kind of, the inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get yet. So if they can take the crowd out of it early, maybe with, some play action with Bo Nix, get some downfield, big downfield pass plays, I think that they could cruise to a victory.
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, Florida's line's not good.
No,
they've been struggling with that all year, and for Florida to come on top in this game, they got to make turnovers on defense, and they've got to they got to get Bo Nix under pressure, and which they've got a good defense to do it.
Yeah.
So if Auburn's going to win, they got to be able to block and they got to be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
In my opinion, or because Florida's passing defense is extremely good, and they're getting all their their best players back. But if I'm Florida, I'm gonna make little short passes here and there and try to. I mean, I'm not going to try to throw big on Auburn they're definitely not going to be able to run the ball against that D line because Auburn's D line is probably going to wreck Florida's offensive line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kyle Trask? He's just going to have to, throw, little quick outs and slants and stuff like that. I would expect Florida to do what they did to Mississippi State the year before, like kind of what A&M tried to do in that second half against Auburn, that they started getting a little more success. But I just think Auburn comes out on top because it'll be a good measuring stick for Auburn, especially how the offense got rolling last week, to see if they can compete against one of these top defenses.
Yeah.
But I just think Florida's offensive woes are just going to be too much. They haven't played against a defense like this yet.
No, absolutely not.
And vice versa. I mean, Auburn hasn't played against a defense against Florida. I mean, Florida's got one, if not the best, one of the better defenses in the SEC and in the nation. They're like second in points per game scored.
Yeah. See, my thing with Florida, the only key for them that I see them winning this game is they have to bend and not break.
Yeah.
They average. I mean, they only allow 9 points a game, so they're going to allow more than that to Auburn.
But if you think about it, look at they shut out the two teams, and don't get me wrong, shutouts are extremely hard to do, but it's just hard to go off their resume because if we're being honest, Auburn has one of the best resumes in college football right now.
Oh, they probably have the best.
Yeah, with wins over top 25 teams like A&M, Oregon, and yeah.
But with Florida, they had problems with Tennessee.
And it ain't like they ran away with it.
No, and Tennessee didn't what's the word I'm looking for? Compromise. They didn't. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but they didn't take advantage, I guess, of the opportunities that Florida gave them. Well, Auburn will. I mean, you look across the stat sheet of Auburn and playmakers everywhere. Kentucky, they bended and they broke, but they got lucky.
I think Kentucky got that lead and got a little too comfortable with it.
Yeah,
and then they couldn't make the field goal. So Florida got very lucky that game, I think. But which Florida's got a little swagger to them this week. They we had a little technical thing going on there, but
hibernation mood.
Yeah. But yeah, Florida, they got a little swagger. They're bringing back the throwback jerseys. They've had HBO down there for a special this week and all kinds of stuff, man. Game day's going to be there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it fills their head up a little too big, you think? Or I think it may be a close game for sure.
I really don't. I mean, I could see the first half. I could see the game going into half at like a 13-6 game, something like that.
I don't know.
But I don't